Okay, Dan. Start with these. So you've got all kinds of drills you can be doing. Lots of stuff you can do. You go to the middle of the stick, you do your thing. So you drop down, slide up, whatever you got. And of course, switching hands and all that. All right, so you got that. So then your basic grip, having a couple inches here so you can grapple with it this way. You can also strike with it this way. And our guard can be hands up, elbows in this way. And then you can also go here when you're not worried about them being knocked into you, which they might be. You can also, depending on the opponent, be guarded down low. Boom, boom, this way. But you want to get yourself back to hands up, elbows in when you can to do your other basic Hoshin strikes, bang, kicks, whatever. So if I'm using my Escrima in this position, then I might go jab, cross, hook. You see how I'm guarding low at this point, and then switch, uppercut. And this can be kind of guarding low or kind of guarding high. What you got to do is get back to either here or here, depending on the next step in your strategy. So I'm going to go bam, 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 bam. There's your basic jab, cross, hook, uppercut. And then reverse jab, cross, hook, uppercut, boom, bam, bam, bam. And then you can be doing like all the drills if you want to. And I'll have my heavy bag here, but let's say I'm hitting the heavy bag and I want to go like backhand bear claw, backhand bear claw, backhand bear claw, that kind of a drill with your sticks. If you want to do yes, no, yeses, you can be doing the top of the bag, the side of the bag. So like yes, yes, yes. You can be doing like no, no, yes, that sort of thing. All those drills you can do with your sticks. And then you can invert and do the same thing. So I'm like jab, cross, hook, uppercut, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. We have a drill now that we do, I don't know if you do it, but we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Jab is 1, 2, 3, 4. We just mix it up. 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. That drill would be good in any of the grips that you're doing. So you got all the drill work that we normally do, and then as far as like aggressive entries will probably do a lot of from here because it's offensive. So I might lead with the jab, I might go to the knee, I might hit him in the eye socket, I might shin kick the thigh, hit him in the bridge of the nose, hit him in the back of the head. So you got some pantothen, you got some high and low and front and back. I might go groin kick with the lifting kick, down into the head of the neck here, maybe the uppercut, followed by the back thrust kick. So what you're trying to do is incorporate high, low, left, right, surround the person. So like pantothen, a good example of pantothen might be I go low, high. At this point I can spin his whole neck. I could invert the stick, or it doesn't really matter. Just spin him around, catch the head, you got your knee, you got your elbow, you got your downward strike. Try to incorporate pantothen into all of your stuff with your weapons. So I guess the basic idea is just get your handling drills, pivoting and passing, and then get your empty hand drills with the sticks in your hands. Even like push step 1, 2, push step back 1, 2, push step to the side 1, 2, push step to the other side, replacement step, kick 1, 2. Just basic drill work with your weapons so you feel comfortable and you feel like you're moving the way Hoshin moves. And then when you do your aggressive entries or your one steps, I didn't finish that thought, but your one steps might oftentimes be defensive in nature. So maybe you do your block, counter strike, there's a groin strike, but then maybe I'll invert partway through the defense technique. So be able to switch those at will, boom, 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 bam, kind of thing. And then also the middle guard, middle grip. So much more for grappling, which you haven't gotten into too much. But like, so if I block a hook punch, I can reach over and with the sticks get a side hammer lock, like a kite nage. And then boom, there's my knee. I might strike this way, I might strike this way, and then I might even switch to get more leverage or more width to the strike. So that's the idea. One staff with two hands tends to be a little bit more complicated, but do your hand pivoting and passing drills, you know, get comfortable with it, and then work on your different strikes. So here, if I'm hands up, elbows in, I might look like this. I got my pop, pop. So let's say that I'm doing like you go like lead jab, and then a cross, and then a hook, and then an uppercut. You can kind of see how the hands are doing the same thing. 1, 2, oops, sorry, hook, and then uppercut. Or I might do the opposite. I might come down, there's my jab, there's my cross, there's my hook, there's my uppercut. So start thinking of your hand strikes. How do they look without the weapon, and then how do they look with the weapon? Boom, essentially the same. Same thing, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4 drill that we talked about. You can do the yes, no, yeses, the 1, 2, 1s. You can do your movement drills, kind of move and pop, move and strike, strike, move in, boom, move back, boom, side to side, bam, bam. Your replacement steps, boom, bam, bam, bam. So you just kind of free movement. You're high enough rank, you do free movement. Some of the earlier people don't, but you know, when you're entering into the brown belt level, green, I guess maybe, you do free movement. So maybe you're going to do like here's a guard. Maybe I have an angle, maybe I have it up. Depends on what my opponent's doing, but I might replacement step, kick, strike, strike. I might replace kick back, turn and strike, boom. And you can see how some of these look like traditional karate type strikes, but that's okay. That's how you get the whip action. You want that leverage. Here's your fulcrum, here's your lever action. So it's okay to do strikes like that, but you see how you also want to be able to come back to your guard and be doing Hoshin. So you don't want to be stuck doing karate like this, you know. You want to be able to come back, get your guard, boom, do your strikes the way they should look in Hoshin. Like one steps and aggressive entries, again, I might be low, I might be high, but what I want to do is kind of boom, boom, bam, bam. Think about grappling, grab the back of the head, do the knee, release that, do the downward strike, you do an upward strike, side kick to the knee, come down. So you've got combinations that work really well with the staff, especially a short staff like a Hanbo or a Jo. You can fit in pretty nicely. Remember when you're doing your staff work though, there are two ways to clear. One is clearing on this axis between you and your opponent. The other is clearing on this axis over your opponent and over your own head. So that when I'm striking, I got to be able to clear here so I don't hit him with the wrong end of the stick. Like if I want to strike a horizontal strike with this end, I can't have that end passing through the target, right? Because I want this end to hit the target. So I have to drop that and then do the horizontal. That's something you'll figure out the more time you spend doing bag work. So hit something, and then you'll see that you have to clear. You're going to clear here, and you're going to clear here. But basically keep your footwork, keep your kicks going, and do your strikes in such a way, and blocks, whatever, in such a way that you feel like you're in your Hoshin stance and moving your hips and doing things the right way. Try to avoid getting into traditional karate mode where it's like, oh, I have to do this J-hook, and all the time your hands are down at your waist. We want to get up and really be aggressive. Whatever it is we're doing, blocking or striking, we want to get back to basically here. Get your hands up, do the switches, clear overhead, clear in the front, but try not to get stuck with your hands on your hip. That's kind of the biggest thing. All right, so let's see. We talked about pivoting and passing. We talked about doing the empty hand drills, the movement drills, the combinations, the aggressive entries, and the one steps. Basically, I just want you to look like that. You don't look much different from that right now, so you're doing the right thing. Just try to do enough of it to be comfortable and go, oh yeah, that's what an uppercut feels like, that's what a hook feels like with the weapons. So, all right.